To you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dr. Matt. I got Caleb Lepisto over here. We're at CrossFit PHX, and this is your open prep video for 17.1. 17.1 is an increasing series of dumbbell snatches and burpee box jump overs. And there are two main things we have to worry about with this workout, okay? We have to worry about keeping the low back safe by developing a proper hip hinge, and then also working on shoulder stability, okay? So what we're going to do is actually go over a series of movements. We're going to start with our joint prep, and then we're going to go into two warm-up circuits you guys are going to be able to run through right before the workout. So each piece is going to be about 5 minutes long. We're assuming that before this you've already gotten like hot and sweaty with some rowing and or soft bike or even maybe a little bit of running, okay? Cool. So let's get started first. I'm going to have Caleb demo this, and we're going to start with a banded hip hinge. So this is going to help open up the hips to allow you to get into this hip hinge position, which is going to be increasing ranges of hip flexion here. So what we don't want to see is when you're picking up the dumbbell for the snatches, rounding over at the back. Okay, it's really going to smoke your back quick and tire you out. Okay, he's going to get the band high up into the groin here. He's going to keep his belly tight by bringing his rib cage down. He's going to squeeze his butt and hinge forward at the hips. Keep it a nice flat back here until he feels tension build up in the hamstrings. After he gets here, he's going to start with 40 little knee bends. He's going to put a little bit of bend, squeeze the quad, straighten the knee. Just like that. Okay. After he gets about 40 repetitions on this side, he's going to switch to the right and repeat. Okay. After that, we're going to move into what's called an active straight leg raise. So he's going to find a rig beam here. He's going to get his leg straight up onto the beam. And this is going to be dependent on your hamstring flexibility. Okay, so if you're a little bit farther off, that's completely okay. What we're really looking for here, though, is this down leg. So he's going to keep his toes pointed, his quads engaged by squeezing and trying to straighten his knee. And then he's going to lift up from the hip, actively pull his leg straight up to meet the other one. So go ahead. That'll be one repetition. Okay, so he's going to do 10 on the left side and 10 on the right. After we get done with this, we're going to move on to a kettlebell windmill press. And this is going to be to help develop that shoulder stability to work on your lockout position with the dumbbell snatch. So I recommend using a lighter kettlebell, anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds, maybe 35 for some of you bigger guys, depends. But what he's going to do is start out with the bottom up position, okay? He's going to press it up overhead, lock out the arm, and then he's going to keep a stable locked out arm and rotate down towards the same side of the leg. Good. So what we're working on here is some thoracic rotation with some upper extremity stability, okay? He'll get 5 repetitions on the right, 5 repetitions on the left. So what I'm going to do right now is run through a quick little circuit of what this will look like. Okay, so I'm going to get the band up in the hip. Forty repetitions. Switch legs. Moving on to the active straight leg raise. As Rocco mentioned before, I want you to keep your low back flat on the ground. Toes pointed, coming down. You can even give yourself a little bit of tactile cue here right in the hip. Make sure you're pulling up the hip flexor. Switch to the other side. our positions on the right. Five repetitions on the left. You actually may notice a side-to-side difference, which shoulder is more stable than the other. Okay, after this, you're going to move on to 2 warm-up circuits that Caleb is going to demonstrate here.
So warm-up circuits today, now that we got the joints prepped, we want to start putting you into positions you're going to see throughout the workout. So first piece, addressing the box jumps. We want to start warming up the ankles, the calves, get you ready to jump. We are going to get some good volume today in the workout as we build through those rounds. So we're going to start out with just 20 double unders. Matt's going to demo a couple double unders for me.
Maybe this morning, I don't know.
Staying light on the toes. Next movement.
Not my jump.
Next movement we're going to go into is a tight stance RDL. So Matt's going to grab one of the kettlebells here. Biggest thing with the RDL is we want to make sure we're hinging at the hip and not just tipping forward at the shoulders and sending our chest to the floor. So as Matt sets up, we want to have feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointed straight forward. He's going to keep this kettlebell tight to his legs as he pushes his butt back. As he goes back, one thing that you're always looking for is that maintenance, that good position, right? So he's braced in the midline, his back's flat. He should feel that tension start to build up through the glute, through the hamstring. Now as he stands up, he's going to dig his big toe in and use his full foot and make sure that he squeezes his butt at the top. So we're going to start there, 10 tight RDLs. After he gets done with 10, he's going to bump his feet a little bit wider now. So this is really going to be very specific to the workout. When you guys are hitting those dumbbell snatches, that dumbbell is going to be in the middle of your feet. And we want to make sure that that good hip hinge, that efficient movement is still used throughout the whole workout. So now he's going to work through another 10 reps. Again, everything stays the same. Full foot's on the floor, brace the midline. He pushes his butt back. He's making a good triangle with the torso, the arms, and the thighs. Stands it up, uses his full foot to squeeze his butt. So your first circuit is going to be 3 sets of 20 dubs, 10 tight stance RDLs, 10 wide stance RDLs. Second circuit. Now we're going to start out with some single arm kettlebell swings. So this is going to start to play into the single arm piece with the dumbbell snatch. They are just going to be rushing today. So we're starting kettlebell in between, driving forward, making sure that we're squeezing our butt. With this, it's completely up to you if you guys want to alternate or if you want to knock out all 5 on each arm. But very similar to our RDL, he's getting that good hip hinge, pressing his butt back, not letting his chest just dip forward to the floor. So once he knocks out 5 on each arm, now we're going to move into a stationary inchworm push-up. So with the inchworm push-up, he's going to walk it out to the top of his plank. From here, he's going to give me a solid push-up. He's going to pike the hips up, making sure that he's really pressing his head through those shoulders, really elevating, pressing away from the floor. Now from here, he's going to walk feet into hands, and then walk those feet right back out. Another good push-up, pike, feet to hands, for a total of 5 of the stationary inchworm push-ups. And then last movement, now we're going single arm dumbbell snatch. With the dumbbell snatch, I want you guys building in weight. So you're not starting out at the weight that you're using for the workout. We're going to start a little bit lighter. So we have him at a 25 here. Over his 3 sets, maybe he can go 25, 35, 45, and then be ready to use that 50 once we get to the workout. So, a couple pieces on the dumbbell snatch. His feet are a little bit wider than the heads of the dumbbell. Again, we don't want to crush toes, and we also want to be able to slightly shorten that range of motion as we grab and pick and bring overhead. So he's going to go down, he's going to grab onto his dumbbell, maintaining a very similar position to the RDL. Butts back, tight core, he's going to drive through the feet, and send it all the way overhead. He's going to get 3 of these on each side. Each rep is going to come from the floor. He's going to make sure that he's keeping that dumbbell tight to his body as he pulls it overhead. So for your last circuit, you guys will have 3 sets. You're going to start out single arm kettlebell swings, 5 on each side, 5 stationary instrument push-ups, and 3 single arm dumbbell snatches on each arm, increasing weight as you go. Hopefully this gets you prepped, guys, for 17.1. Go out there, crush it, have some fun.
Move well, stay injury free, and be ready for the next workout. Let's do it, guys.